Okay, so I got a question in class, excuse me, last Tuesday, and the question was from homework 5.2, Chapter 4, Question 109, just to remind you what it looks like. Chapter 4, Question 109, homework 5.2. The question was, if the percent yield for the following reaction is 75% and 25 grams of nitrogen dioxide are consumed in the reaction, how many grams of nitric acid, HNO3, are produced? And here's the reaction. So to save time, I set the reaction up here. It's the same question here. I just copied and pasted it over to my whiteboard, and it's 3NO2 plus H2O gives 2 nitric acid plus nitric oxide. So we're already started out with a balanced reaction. Again, to save time, I went ahead and drew this on here in red because you've seen me do this before, right? This was too small for me to be writing with, so I went and drew it bigger. And you've seen me do this before, right? I'm going to use the balanced reaction as my column headings and make a table right here. So the question is, if 75%, I'm not exactly sure what to do with that yet, right? Oops, whoa. 75%, and Z, 75% of 25 grams of nitric oxide. So what do we mean by this here? Okay, well, we'll deal with that in a second. First of all, if we're given, let's come back here, go back to black. 25 grams of nitrogen dioxide. So that's right here, 25 grams. It's already in grams. How many grams of nitric acid are produced? Again, the 75% we'll deal with in a second. Let's just go right here and say how many moles are. We always know we're going to be going from moles here to moles here, right? Because that's the way, that's called stoichiometry, right? That's the whole point of this. So let's start here. 25 grams in nitrogen dioxide is 1 times nitrogen plus 2 times oxygen. Nitrogen's 14.01. Pretend like I just looked that up. This is 16.00. Pretend like I just looked that up. 14.01 plus 32 gives me 46.01 grams per mole. 46.01 grams per mole. That's going to give me how many grams? Please calculate that. Believe it or not, I did not have my calculator ready. All right. That would be 25 divided by 46.01 gives me, where are we here? 54, or 0.5434 moles. Okay? Now if I have that many moles of nitrogen dioxide, how many moles of nitric acid do I have? So it's going to be moles of nitrogen dioxide, moles of NO2, moles of nitric acid. And let's go back to it. Let's choose a different color here, green. This looks like this is 0.5434, which is still in my calculator. This is 2, and this is 3. Equals, go back to red here. No, I'll stay green. Equals times 2 divided by 3. 0.3622. Okay, go back to black. 0.3622. Just about ready to figure out what is meant by the 75%. So let's see. If I started with 0.5434 moles of nitrogen dioxide, if everything goes perfectly, if all of them get converted, then I'm going to get 0.3622. So that's 100% right there. Okay, now I'm ready to see what this 75%. Let's look at the grams up here. In order to go up to grams, I have to go through formula weight again. And formula weight is going to be running out of space here. Let me come up with another page. Pretend like these are, let's see. HNO3 is 1 times hydrogen plus 1 times nitrogen plus 3 times oxygen. Hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen. 1. I don't even know what that is. What does the what does our periodic table say? 1.008. And nitrogen's 14.01, 16.00. Is that right? Exactly what our textbook says. So it's going to be 1.008 plus 14.01 plus 16 times 3 equals 63.018. Now just to check this in my calculator, this is about 1, this is about 14, and this is about 48. So this is 15 and 48, which gives about 63. Okay, so yeah, I like this number. Okay, 63.08. Let's disappear this. Go back to here. .018, sorry. 63.018. And in order to get the mass, I multiply that times 0.3622401 22.828 grams, right? Okay, this is how much I would get in a perfect world. By the way, this right here is my theoretical yield, right? Question doesn't use the term, but just to remind you, theoretical yield, okay? Now my actual yield is 75% of that. Running out of space here, let's just go back to red and say actual. .75 times 0.75, enter, and I get 17.12. Bam. And if the percent yield is 75% of blank and consume the reaction, how many grams? Yes, this is grams of nitric acid. That's what I'm looking for. So let's go back here. 17.1 is right there. Let's submit it. Ah, correct. Okay, very good. So hopefully that is helpful to you. If you have more questions, please let me know. And otherwise, I will look forward to your continued success.